Hi YouTube, MrWineguns here again today, and this is the second of my 4 review videos for Halo 4. And today we're going to do, you guessed it, I'm going to talk about forging, how I generally think about it, and what is good, what's bad, and all that carry on. So basically, in Halo 3, I didn't forge much until Foundry came out, and then as soon as Foundry came out, I was obsessed with it, and I did it all the time, and it was everything they did for the Foundry was very well built. And I know they've done a map on this that is basically Foundry but just a big square box, but I'm going to stick with Ravine today because this is the one they showed in the preview, and this is the one I'm just going to generally use because it's probably the most favourite map I think for forging that I've known in the community. But anyway, as I was saying, I was a big fan of forging in Halo 3 when Foundry came out and it was the free map pack. I was quite happy with that. And then as soon as Halo Reach came out and they changed a lot with Forge, I was very happy to see that. But certain things in Halo Reach made it that much harder to do, and I was like, I wonder if Halo 4 will rectify those changes. And they rectified some of them with the magnet tool, which is, if none of you don't know, it will stick things together. To the same things, or anything that will compatible will fit together straight away as they should do normally. They kept the nudging tool in, which moves things very slowly, like as you can see now, so which is quite good. My favourite tool of all is this one, the dupe, or dupe, as they say, just duping things as much as you want because it's just dead fun and you can build anything with it. At the moment I'm just making a random map, but I'm currently making a trash compactor at the moment, and that's very helpful with a duplicate tool. It just makes everything so much quicker and generally easier to do. But anyway, on with continuing about Forge. When Halo Reach came out, when they put the nudging tool in, that was extremely helpful with just generally building maps, because you could, with Halo 3 you had to keep, it was trial and error putting things together, and now you can see, as I'm doing now, everything is extremely easy. And it generally makes everything work very easily. As you can see, you couldn't do anything this quick on Halo 3 just generally because it just didn't support it. So but yeah, anyway, I have no idea what I'm making here, guys, so don't criticise me for my forge skills. I'm not amazing at it, but I like to forge for the hell of it. So yeah, so when Halo Reach came out, and especially I think the big breakthrough with Halo Reach was Forge World. I think that was one of the greatest things that came out of Reach, and I was slightly disappointed when I didn't see Forge World actually in Halo 4, but in some ways it was kind of good because it thought, well, they're doing their own sort of thing with it with 343. It'd be nice to see what they can come up with, and I think overall they've done a very good job. I mean, so one of the main bad things I have, which you can't work around, is this loading screen, but yet you've got shadows and everything like that. It's crazy how well they've used Forge to basically make everything so much easier that it actually can make building maps a lot more funny. See that, and there's another thing I'll just show you now. Another one pointer I don't like about it is sometimes when using the magnet, if you're using it and it don't fit, it will just push itself away. And I can push all the way over here, it'll push me back to there. Do it there, it'll push me back. I don't want it there, I want to put it there. If you can see what I mean. So, but, I mean, if that's a problem, it's not hard. All you've got to do is just do this, and then you take magnet off and you can go straight to it, sort of thing, and then just use the nudge tool. So yeah, but as I was saying, what the hell am I doing? Oh god. And the lock and unlock method as well, that's good if you've got you put certain things down and you don't want to move, because you know if you move them it will mess up the game or the map you're making. You can lock them, so then basically you can't touch them until you have to physically go and unlock them again, which I think is quite good. So that's another good feature they put in. So basically now I'm just going to go through all the good pointers that they've done. I'll leave that there, I don't know what the hell that is, but I just thought I'd make it while I was chatting. And we'll go over here and we'll I'll show some stuff off, the new things that we've done. So, and I'll cover things in detail. The first thing they've done is, as I mentioned before, is the magnet tool, and I'll show you how that works. Basically, if you have a wall, right, basically you have a wall there, and you want another wall, on Halo 3 you had to nitpick it in, move up and down until you could get the right and then put it in. As you can see there, there's a little gap in it. Halo Reach, they basically made the nudge tool, so I could stick it there, but you had to make sure everything was nudged to work together, and then you could fit them together like that. Ooh. Like that. And they were quite nice together, but it still took some time. With the magnet tool, I'm sure plenty of you know this now, it comes up with these little things at the sides, if you can see them. Basically all you've got to do is, it's a bit funny to use, slot them in, and that's twice as quick. And then the reason this is so good is so then you can do this and simply fit stuff together very, very quickly and easily, and then turn things, and you can just eat. You can make a base within 5 minutes. It's very, very simple. So that's one of the first things they did. Second one I've just showed you is the duplicate tool. Simple enough. Instead of having to put something down, go back in, press A, and do this, just like this all the time, you just press down on the D-pad, and you can make very, very, very simple way of making a map. I'll put this back there. So that's one of the new features. The only problem with magnet is, if you wanted to put something there like that, but you want it to be like that, but in the middle, if you get what I mean, like there, you can do, but it will pull. But you do have strengths with it. You have, with the magnet tool, you do have strengths as in low, medium and high. So you can determine that with how strong you want your magnets to be when they attach. Right, so I'm on to 7 minutes here, guys, so I'm just going to quickly bash through all the other things. Another thing that they've done is, I'll show you now, as you can see in the Halo 3 and Halo Reach Forge, stuff like that, it won't change the scenery at all. Now when you do it in Halo 4, it will have to render, but now they have shadows within them and on the floor as well, which is a very, very, very good add-on to it, because it just creates that map a bit more feel like it's a proper map instead of feeling it's a bit clangy and just generally you can tell it's a community-made map, which most maps nowadays are, but this kind of makes it feel that more awesome, if you know what I mean. Another cool thing they've done is, any of you haven't played Dominion before, Dominion, that's it. You have these, and basically what these do is, when you play Dominion and you capture a base, a vehicle, a ghost will come up in a hologram on there, and basically all you have to do is jump and get into it and you can drive off. Those are dead fun to use, and also because you've got all the vehicles here. Another good thing to use are these, because these will show up ray shields once you've captured your base. Little ray shields will pop up, so then you've got defense. They're dead cool. Speaking of the objects themselves, a lot of the objects here are taken off Reach. There's a load of new ones like the ravine stuff. These are all new. You've got catwalks and everything. Decorative, they're all the same, but they've obviously been changed. Everything's been changed into the Reach's graphics, and there's slightly different things, slightly changed. Like the column is slightly different now. It's but just they made all little things. Doors, windows, and walls, they're all the same, and you can still, as far as I know, you can change the team for them and everything like that, and it'll show up, and you can not with those ones. You can change the colour of them with your team and everything like that, so you can have red and blue bases or whatever colour you want. They've taken a lot of the rocks out. I don't think they have this big rock anymore. No, they don't have that humongous, dreadful rock anymore, which, even though it was quite fun to forge with, it didn't really have any purpose. But yeah, you can like stick all these together and make anything you want out of rocks and stuff. But generally the shapes for the rocks are generally better built for maps. Still got the good old grids, some fun with those, but yeah, it turns everything underneath yellow while you're forging, which is kind of cool. They still have building blocks like these, and then you go down to this one. You still got all these sort of stuff. Another thing they've kept, which I wasn't too happy about, is you can still only make 100 of a thing, or a certain number of a thing in each category, which I can understand why, because you made so much it would generally it'll go crazy and probably struggle to load the map, and probably lag. But again, it still is slightly, why can't it be a certain number for each object, not for that group? But I do understand why they've done it. So yeah, now I'm just going to quickly go over, because I think we're on 10 minutes now and I don't want to keep dragging on with this. Go through the... Oh, another good feature actually, quickly before I go on to this, is if you go on to delete by palette, you can delete anything in Forge of everything, or you can just delete all of that certain object. Or if you go into delete by palette, just delete everything will be gone, and you can start again. So that's good if you want to forge on other maps, but they haven't pre-released a map that has all the spawns on, because it's an effort to go and delete everything. Instead you can basically just press B, delete by palette, delete everything, and everything's gone. Fresh, you have to start with. They're very good. What I've done with mine, what I've done with mine is I've gone through every map and just deleted them all and saved them, just as name but fresh. So then basically when I want to forge, I can just use the empty maps and basically just forge away. So now I'm just going to go through the little nitty bad bits about the Forge, and generally what I think is it should be there, but it's not really helping. They've taken, obviously with Halo 4, the only thing I've said, they've taken quite a couple of vehicles off, and the Revenant, I love the Revenant, and that was dead fun. Probably one of the only main things about Forge I'm not a fan of is when you make anything big like that and just put a couple of those about, and you do that, it will load. That's probably one of the only things I have wrong with it. Again, it's basically, I know it needs to be done, and it's to make forging better, but it's sometimes slightly annoying because there's three of us forging, and it was annoying because every 5 seconds it was doing this, and that's probably one of the only reasons I'm not really that much of a fan of it. There's another thing I do really like, if I can find them for you. Give me a second. You can spawn ordnance drops as well, which if you don't know what they are, they're basically rewards you get for getting a certain number of kills. You can ask, can you get the choice of 3 above you, but I'm also going to show that online on my multiplayer review, which I'm going to do tomorrow. The hill marker's still there. Extinction markers. Still got all your double spotted-ins and your loadout cameras, things like that. So I can't find that other thing I was going to show you. If I remember it, I'll put it in another quick video. But yeah, that's basically my little Forge review. If you like any of the videos, if you like this video, please feel free to look at my other ones. I've got one about Spartanops, which I'll put in the link. I'll put in the video and a link just at the bottom right corner now, and I will put the rest of them up with the campaign, Spartanops, Forge, and matchmaking. And then at the end, hopefully, if my friend will agree, I'm going to do a dual commentator with my friend, who is one of the 2 founders of Freeline Parkour, which is a free running parkour group I've started recently in September, editing the videos for and filming them. Give them a look. One of their videos is on my channel. Give them a look. The link to the channel is in the bottom, so please check them out, because they are quite good, and they're really wanting to sort of get out there and sort of let them be known. They've done the RGB tour, if any of you sports fans know what that is, and they've been there. They've got that video linked on their channel as well, as far as I know. So cheers, yeah, thanks, and make sure to come back.